I'm like you. I grew up playing video games. Hell, my entire family has loved playing video games for as long as I remember. Well, at least my dad has. Take a look at this video. So like many others, I grew up playing Minecraft. And while it's not my favorite game nowadays, I still enjoy playing it every now and again. So I hope you enjoy this quick look back on all of Minecraft's history. Also, if I miss anything, please be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Alright, let's get into this. In the land of Sweden, there's a man named Marcus Notch Persson. He was born in June of 1979. While he started developing games back when he was younger, his biggest success wouldn't come until 2009. This was, of course, Minecraft. But it isn't the same game that you and I know today. For example, just take a look at this. Yeah, pretty dang different from what we have today. Now, Notch and Mojang will continue to develop this game for many years, adding new blocks, tweaking the world generation, and creating the different game modes that we all know and love today. Then in 2011, the game would fully release. During this time, it was only available on computers, funnily enough, but all of this would change the following year. When 2012 rolled around, Minecraft was brought to the Xbox 360. Fun fact, it had to be completely reworked from the ground up to run on the system. Bet you didn't know that one. Now, since it sold 12 million copies, it's no surprise that this is how many people were introduced to the game, myself included. Fun fact, it wasn't just the game itself that made it so popular. In fact, YouTube played a critical role in Minecraft's success. Ever since Minecraft was released, it seems like it has been dominating the YouTube trending page. Anyways, from here on out, Minecraft would be put onto every new console, including the Wii U, PlayStation 3, and everything else made during this time. Hell, it was even brought to the 3DS. Minecraft's popularity would rise to new heights in 2014, where it would be sold to Microsoft for 2.5 billion USD. From here on out, a man by the name of Jeb would be the head of Minecraft's development. Meanwhile, Notch would go on to get cancelled for some very offensive things that he said. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I don't want this video to get flagged, but trust me, go do the research in your own time. It's pretty bad. Anyways, back to Minecraft. All of Minecraft's popularity led it to getting its first spin-off in 2015, this being Minecraft Story Mode. Being made by Telltale Games, Minecraft Story Mode is an episodic point-and-click story game, similar to other games like The Walking Dead and Batman respectively. In the game, you play as Jesse, a huge fanboy of a group called the Order of the Stone. Jesse and his friends are driven into an adventure after stumbling upon a creepy old man's basement, where he's preparing to build a wither stronger than anything the Minecraft series has ever seen. This is where many of the YouTubers who helped boost the game's popularity would get their time in the spotlight. YouTubers like DanTDM, StabbyCat, Captain Sparkles, and LD Shadow Lady would all have cameos in episode 6 of this game's story. As a kid growing up in this time, this was absolutely mental. Watching each of my favorite YouTubers get picked off one by one by the man in the pumpkin mask was insane. Looking back now, the game is incredibly linear. There's barely any real gameplay to speak of. If anything, you'll be mashing buttons, selecting ultimately pointless dialogue, and or trying your best to get through these awful quick-time events. Even so, I still enjoy the game, and if you can get your hands on it, I recommend you check it out at least once. The game has been delisted from Steam, and now the only way to experience it legally would be to buy a used copy off sites like eBay, and even then, it can go for as much as $70. From what I could research, the game would sell a total of 416,000 units and would make around $7 million. During this time, Minecraft would continue to develop with updates like the Bountiful update, which would add more blocks and new environments like the birch forest and the snowless taiga. And then there was the combat update, which you guessed it would fully rework combat on the PC. Weirdly, combat on consoles has remained largely unchanged. Now, with the semi-successful launch of Minecraft's first spin-off series, it would only make sense for Microsoft to make another one, because like Bo Burnham said, we'll stop beating this dead horse when it stops spitting out money. So in 2017, Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 would release. This game was kinda just a lot more of the same overall. Same point-and-click style, still the same overpriced used copies on eBay, and many believe it was one of the main driving factors to Telltale shutting down. This in a very toxic work environment. From now until 2019, Minecraft's popularity would begin to actually fizzle out. With newer games like Fortnite becoming more popular, it seemed that Minecraft just couldn't keep up. That is, until a certain British man would bring it back into the spotlight. Philza, also known as Philza Minecraft, is a YouTuber and Twitch streamer who specializes in Minecraft Hardcore, which is a version of the game which makes it so if you die, the world will be deleted. He was among one of the most popular gaming YouTubers during this time, after he lost his 5-year hardcore world to a baby zombie wearing gold armor. This one moment brought so many people back into the game. While this wasn't the only driving factor, it is still a notable one. It regained so much popularity that rumors of a movie were coming in 2019, but then in 2020, instead of a movie, they were blessed with an incredibly underrated dungeon crawler, Minecraft Dungeons. My personal favorite of all the spin-offs. It's very reminiscent of the old Legend of Zelda series on the NES. You and up to 4 players online or in local multiplayer can fight together against the evil Arch-Illager, who is corrupted by the Orb of Dominance. Remember this, it will be important later, trust me. The game has passed 25 million players since its launch, and still has a cult following to this day. Personally, I don't play this game as much as I did back during the pandemic, but a lot of people still do. Now, during this time, the lockdowns were happening, and people needed something to do. So they turned to games like Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, and of course, Minecraft. This is when Minecraft would receive both the Busy Bees update and the Nether update. What these updates did, though, is fairly obvious. They added bees to the game and reworked the Nether. If you couldn't figure that one out, then I feel sorry for you. Now, the game would continue to update both the caves and the cliffs after this, adding things like the Warden and ancient cities. Then, in 2023, Minecraft would get its final spin-off as of recording this, Minecraft Legends. But don't let the name deceive you, it's not anything like The Legend of Zelda. This is a real-time strategy game where you work among the villagers to defend the overworld against the Nether's evil piglins. I must say, from what I researched, this was probably the worst selling spin-off yet, only getting about 82,000 sales. But again, this is only based off my own research, and if I'm wrong, please be sure to correct me in the comments below. Now, in 2024, Minecraft would start to roll out the Tricky Trials update, which would change up the deserts, adding camos. But more importantly, this is when the Minecraft movie would finally leave development hell. Starring Jack Black and directed by Jared Hess, a Minecraft movie released to theaters in April 2025, and the rest is history. Check out this movie if you want to see what that Orb of Dominance is all about in Minecraft Dungeons. If you made it this far into the video, thank you very much. I know I didn't go much into each individual update that the game had, but I wanted this video to serve as a beginner's guide to the Minecraft franchise. It's crazy to think that this little indie game grew to be one of the most popular video games in the world. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you who tune in, and I hope you've been enjoying my History of series. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Goodbye.